welcome back to my channel. So today I bring to you a tutorial of myself doing my mom's makeup. First we're going to go in with Benefit POREfessional and just use our fingers to apply that to basically just her T-zone. She does have some pores on her cheeks and on her forehead, so we just use that primer to fill in that texture. Next we're going to go in with the itCosmetics CC cream in the shade Light, which matched my mom's skin almost perfectly. She doesn't wear makeup on a day-to-day basis, so we were just looking for something with a bit of coverage that wouldn't take her too long to apply. So we just applied that with our fingers and then buffed it in with the Real Techniques beauty sponge. Next we're going to go in and highlight / conceal her under eyes in this middle section of her face using her Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. We just use the doe foot applicator to apply that in a triangle underneath her eyes and then a bit on her forehead, down the bridge of her nose, on her chin, and on her upper lip. Then we went through with the Real Techniques beauty sponge on the opposite side and blended that out. After blending one eye, I went through and set it with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder because just like myself, my mom does tend to have wrinkles under her eyes that crease very, very quickly. So we went through and blended out one eye and then set it, went through and blended out the opposite eye and set it as well. Then we went through on a Real Techniques multitasking brush and set the rest of her face using the CC pressed powder by itCosmetics in the shade Tan. My mom does tan fairly easy, and living in California through the summer months, she does get some sun, so we decided to go with a darker powder for her face so that her skin would have a little bit more color to it. Next, here I am using Hoola bronzer by Benefit to carve out my mom's cheekbones and contour the temples of her forehead. I never realized how nice my mom's cheekbones were until I got to contour them. She got some pretty nice cheekbones. Here we're going to go through and blend out that harsh line using my Morphe M527, which has easily become my favorite bronzer blush as of late. We're just using a little bit of extra Hoola, not too much on the brush, just using the brush to move around what product I've already placed down. Here I'm going through with her brand new Anastasia brow definer in the shade Taupe to lightly fill in her brows, making sure to spoolie after each step to ensure that the product is evenly spread. My mom does have some pretty coarse brows, so we went through with a clear brow gel by the Brow Gal to set those brows in place to make sure that they didn't move throughout the rest of the day. Next, we're going to go through and use Beaches and Cream by MakeupGeek on a Sigma E40 as our transition color. Just sweeping that through the crease in windshield wiper motions as per usual. And for today's look, I decided to use my Urban Decay Naked palette, the original one. It's my mom, when she found out after watching my palettes tag that I don't use this palette, she really wanted me to branch out and use it, so that's what we decided to do. Here we're using the Sigma E40 and the color Tease just to add some depth to her crease. Using windshield wipers, trying to keep it fairly low and tight to her crease. Next, we're going to go through with an e.l.f. flat shader brush and apply YDK all over her lid. After that, we're going to go through with that E40 just to make sure that those two colors blend well together. Next, we're going to go in with the shade Booty Call on a flat e.l.f. shader brush and highlight her brow bone. After that, we went in with a Sigma E30 and added the same shade to the inner corner of her eyes to just brighten it up a bit. We also applied Ardell Demi Wispies off camera because this was my mom's first time wearing lashes and I didn't want to poke her eye out on camera. So here we are adding a bit of tease to the lower lash line just because we needed a little bit of something there. Here we're going to add some color to her cheeks using the NYX blush in the shade Dusty Rose. I also baked her contour using the same Laura Mercier translucent setting powder as I set her eyes with. Next we went through and highlighted the tops of her cheekbones using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Twinkle palette. I believe the shade we're using is Moonlit. We just added that to the tops of her cheekbones and around the top of her eyebrow to create that sea of light whenever she turns her head. Next we set her entire face in all those powders using MAC's Fix Plus. And I forgot a spot on her cheek, so she let me know. You forgot right here. Then we applied Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss in the shade Kristen. This is one of my favorite glosses, and I thought it would look absolutely gorgeous on my madre. So that's what we did, and that completes the look. Go ahead and let my mom know how gorgeous she is down below in the comments. She was a great person to do for first time doing somebody else's makeup, and I love the way the look turned out. I hope you guys liked it too, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.